Alright, welcome into what I'm calling sports and news. Alright, we got a lot to get to today because I haven't been on here in a while with any videos. So, without further ado, Johnny, hit the theme music. Pull it up here. Sorry. Alright, Johnny, hit the theme music. Alright. Next time I'll get to that faster. Okay, for those that know and recognize it, that is the theme music for, that is the fight song for the Oregon State Beavers. Okay, so, I'm gonna run through the scores for last week's NFL games, even though you probably already knew them. So, okay, first matchup, we got the Seahawks versus the Panthers, and that was 12-7, Seahawks win. Then we got the Green Bay Packers versus the 49ers, and that one went to the Packers at 28-34. Then we got the Titans versus the Steelers. That one went to the Titans at 16-9. Then we got the Raiders versus the Colts, and that one went to the Raiders. No, excuse me. That one went to the Colts, 21-17. Then we got your Falcons versus the Saints. That one went to the Saints at 23-17. Then we got the Vikings and the Detroit Lions. That one went to the Lions at 34-24. Then we got the New York Giants versus Dallas Cowboys. And that one went to Dallas at 36-31. Then we have your New England Patriots versus the Bills. And that one went to the Patriots, 23-21. And then we got your Bengals and your Bears. And that one went to the Chicago Bears at 21-24. Then we had your Eagles versus Washington. That one went to Washington, that one went to the Eagles, 33-27. Then we have Houston and the Chargers, and that one went to Houston at 31-28. Yeah, and I think if I remember correctly, okay, in the Philadelphia Eagles game, they had 54 plays in the first half. So yeah, with Chip Kelly there, they're pretty fast. I will say it here on my show that I believe the Philadelphia Eagles with Chip Kelly can be a serious contender for. So yeah, they'll be playing well into the postseason. Um, I'd be super surprised if they win the Super Bowl. I wouldn't be surprised if they got to the Super Bowl though. Okay, so moving on to college football. Okay, we got my Beavers at Utah this week. So yeah, that's on Fox Sports 1. And just let me say, I don't understand why Fox Sports has so many sports channels now. They got Fox Sports 1, and they got 2 college channels. So, anyways, yeah. And then you got regular Fox 12 if you're in the Oregon area. Anyways, yeah, I don't understand that. But anyways, okay. So, alright. This week's big out of market game, excuse me. That's what I was trying to say. Is Alabama #1 versus Texas A&M in College Station. There's been a lot of hype about this game. I'll just say this. Um, is all the hype worth it? Yes, absolutely, because you have #1 Alabama, who won the BCS championship last year, versus Texas A&M and Johnny Football, current holder of the Heisman Trophy. So, and there's a lot of built up about this because last year Alabama came into Texas A&M and Texas A&M beat Alabama. So there's a lot of pressure riding on Alabama and Nick Saban to come back and beat Texas A&M and Johnny Football. So, and there's a lot of hype built up because of what's gone on with Johnny Manziel and his whole scandal about whether or not he was paid for signing his signature or not, and the whole thing with his first game where he did the money thing and the signature in the air thing, which, okay, I should go out on a limb and say that that whole thing was misinterpreted. And that has been corroborated by ESPN. They did interviews with one of his teammates, and he came out and said that it was a misunderstanding. So, misinterpreted. But, I mean, okay, here's my 2 cents on it. That whole thing with him, doing the money thing and the signature in the air thing was, it's a tragic story of how, it just goes to show you that these college athletes that are playing, football or basketball, their actions are constantly watched and they can be misinterpreted. So, word to you college athletes, you gotta watch your actions because they can be misinterpreted. And then you'll get kicked out of a game or suspended. Now, as to whether or not he's got paid for signing his signature on a bunch of documents, I don't know if he did or not, but there is now convincing evidence out there that maybe he did. Why the NCAA didn't prosecute him further, I don't know. I don't know, nothing else will happen now except, he'll get judged in the public sphere. Okay, anyways, so, and then I think Notre Dame is playing Purdue this week, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, so update on the U.S. Open. I believe my man Rafa Nadal beat Novak Djokovic. and I believe Serena Williams won her match. So, congrats to those guys. Uh, so, so I'll run down. Let me run down my favorite men's tennis players. Okay, and this is really, the order really doesn't matter. They're all pretty much my favorites. Anyways, okay. So we got Roger Federer, Rafa Nadal, Andy Murray, and Andre Agassi, and let's see, John McEnroe. I should clarify that that's my all-time favorite list, not just players that are playing right now. Okay, moving on. On Sunday, we have the Seattle Seahawks playing San Francisco 49ers. Um, so I'm looking forward to that game. And okay, so in baseball, the Pittsburgh Pirates are pretty hot right now. Um, Unfortunately, my team, the Seattle Mariners, aren't doing so hot. They need to come back and win some games because they've been on a losing streak as of late. Um, anyways, yeah. Um, I'm not sure. Okay, moving on into more like newsy stuff. I'm not sure what to think about this deal with Russia and Syria because like a week ago we were getting reports that the Russians had ships off the coast of Syria, right, like right behind our ships, ready to, send messages to the Syrians to move the weapons if we should strike. And so last week they're like Russians are like the Syrians' allies, and this week all of a sudden they're our allies. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully we can bring about a diplomatic solution to this, and yeah. Um, so um, all right, quick back to sports. Um, for college football fans, watch College Football Live and BCS Countdown and College Game Day every Saturday. And for the Beaver fans, you'll want to tune in to Root Sports and watch hashtag Beavers and Talkin' Beavers every week. Um, Hashtag Beavers is a show that's run by you, the viewers. You send in your questions via Facebook, Twitter, whatever, email, and they also have live in studio questions and answers. Um, so yeah, and if you want a good sports show, watch ESPN Sports Center and check out ESPNU. And for Pac-12 stuff, check out the Pac-12 networks, um, which I think is like channel 419 if you have Comcast. So yeah, okay. Um, so last week there was a study that all of the insurance companies did to figure out which was the uh, most dangerous city to drive in, and they determined that um, Washington D.C. was the worst city to drive in. So, okay, then there was a follow up, and or there was a okay. So, follow up story to that is this week on the Today Show. I know that they had a story about in Washington D.C. they're rolling out stop sign cameras. Okay, so on top of your stop light cameras, now at every stop sign they're going to have a camera that will take a picture if you're doing a rolling stop, or they might even add cameras that don't have um, stop signs, so that you gotta wait until your pedestrian gets all the way across the crosswalk and come to a full stop. If you don't come to a full stop, they'll be taking your picture of your license plate and sending you a ticket. So, anyways, yeah, some people think that they're unfair. I don't know. Some people think that it's just a way for governments to earn money. I don't know. I think it makes, in actuality, I think if you look at the numbers, it probably makes things safer. So, because people don't want to pay the fines. So, anyways, yeah. Um, I will have an update on Alabama and Texas A&M once I have gone and watched that. I have it on my DVR right now, so yeah. Uh, okay, in other sports news, uh, in the NYFD and NYPD football game, the NYPD beat NYFD uh, this year, so kudos to the NYPD. Um, so yeah. Um, and this week, Apple released the iPhone 5s and the iPhone C. I'd probably might check out the iPhone C. I don't know, you know. Uh, I don't know. I'm on the fence about what new cell phone I should get. Whether I should get the iPhone C or the Samsung Galaxy S4 or the HTC One. Um, but anyways, we'll see what happens. Um, I'm on the fence because, on my computer I have Windows, so, and if I got an iPhone, I'd have to learn iOS. So, if I got a Windows phone, I like Windows 8, so I just have to learn, you know, Windows 8 on the phone. But anyways, yeah. Um, okay, so don't forget, send in. I want college football fans. Get all your buddies together in all of your uh, college football gear from your favorite team, and I want you yelling and screaming, and the best video uh, gets bragging rights for a year, and um, send those in by Rivalry Week, which I think is like November 29th. So you have a while to send those in. Um, just send that in by making a video response to this video or any of the other videos that I mention this little thing in. And okay, this week for Beavers fans, I want to see your best chainsaw impression, okay? So, yeah, get on your Beavers gear and make your best chainsaw impression video. Like this, like, okay? Yeah. And, okay, for Mariners fans on Root Sports, don't forget to watch Mariners All Access. And Seahawks fans, watch Seahawks All Access. Okay, so other news, the U.S. soccer team beat Mexico this week, so they're heading to the U.S. will be heading to Rio, or wherever FIFA is held, um, in 2014. I forget. I think it's Rio. Anyways, yeah. And there was talk yesterday on the radio about maybe holding the World Cup in the winter because they want to hold it. I think they were talking about Qatar, and I guess Qatar. So they want to hold it in the wintertime when it's a little bit cooler. I'd still watch it or try to. Anyways, yeah. Um, okay, so I'll leave the video open for your written comments and video comments, and you can find me on Facebook at Kerry Peck, and I'll have the score from the Alabama game, and I'll have the score from the Beavers game up on my Facebook, and I'll put it up here in a little YouTube update. Okay, yeah, just with your comments and everything, be nice and polite to everybody on the internet, because nobody likes internet bullies, okay? Alright, that's it for this edition of Sports and News. Alright.